looks like you can hear the fan running, but we're not getting no compressor. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to pull the disconnect on this one. Get that disconnect off, get the power off to it. And we're going to come down here and see if we can check this capacitor and see what this capacitor is going to be doing right here. Sorry, I ain't got my camera right. We're going to check that capacitor right there. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to cross everything over, see how I'm touching yellow and brown, touching purple, brown, and trying to touch yellow and brown, make them touch. I want to discharge, make sure there's no storage of power in this capacitor, because sometimes it can be and it can shock you. So I'm going to take and pull the wires off, remember where they're at. Me, I've done this enough to know where each wire goes, so I ain't worried about it. Which, you know, that comes as you get better at it. That's for you young technicians, man. Make sure you know where your wires are going at all times, okay? And so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my meter and we're gonna check, and you see that right there where it says 35 plus 5. All right, so that 35 is how many microfarads it is, okay? And that other 5 where it says plus 5. Now that means you got on this one here, which is your Herms. This right here is your compressor. You got 30. You should have 35 here, and then on this one right here, which is your fan, it's right here hooks to your fan. It's capacitor side for your fan. All right, now this right here should read 5. All right, and then over here, this right here is your common. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take our meter and we're going to check that capacitor, okay? Let's see. Let's get her. Sorry, I don't mean to move the camera around much, but I'm not equipped with certain things to make this easier. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn my meter there. You see where it says right there where it says MFD? That's microfarads, okay? Now, I'm going to take my leads right here, and I'm going to put one on the common, and I'm touching to fan. All right. Now, when I do that, I should be reading something. All right. I'm going to put this up here, hang this up here so we can switch back and forth and look. So right now, I'm putting one to fan, one to common, and what am I getting? What reading am I getting? Nothing. I'm looking at that bottom number. All right, now I'm gonna stick it on the, you'll look over here. See where I'm sticking it? I'm sticking my lead one there. Oh, I'm on the fan like an idiot. Excuse me. All right, let's do that right there. Okay, so I got one on common, and I got one on the Herms for my compressor. And I should be reading something. But look what I'm reading. 0. That's all I'm getting. So that tells me that this capacitor is bad. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to change this capacitor, and then we'll see what we got. All right, guys, I went ahead and unscrewed it. There was a screw right there. I took that screw and pretty much changed the capacitor on it. And now, and this right here is a 35.5. Yep, that's a 35.5 right there. So I've replaced it with the same size capacitor, okay? And now all I'm going to do is I'm going to hook up what goes where. Now, if you don't know your stuff that well, so say I know that this right here is my common wire, okay? It's because it's going to my contactor, okay? And I already know that, all right? And this right here, this yellow right here, this right here is my Herms, and it goes to my compressor. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and hook it on. Okay, so you see where it's hooked on there. All right, and then I got my fan, my other common wire. That's my purple wire. For Goodman, they use purple, but I know people's going to say, well, it doesn't matter what color it is. Okay, look, this is just what color this one is. Okay, it's going. This is my other common here. All right, and then I have my brown, which is for my fan. Here goes my fan. I'm gonna hook it up there. All right, so now I got everything hooked up like it's supposed to be, just like we had it. All right, just like that. And now we're going to turn it on and we're going to see what happens. We'll put our disconnect back in. Oh, now I'm hearing the compressor run. Oh yeah, now we're up and running. Now guys, I'm just going to look everything else over. I know this is the only thing I found was a bad capacitor. It's a bad capacitor, but you know, I'm still going to check everything out. I'm still going to check head pressures. I'm still going to check, make sure I have no loose wires. Last time we replaced this board, so I've been out on this here before and worked on this unit before. So I'm pretty well familiar with it, but I'm still going to run through, check everything, make sure everything's in great shape for this unit to continue running, just in case I may run across something else I find. You know, hope we don't. Hope everything's good for the customer, but you know, it's always good to overcheck everything and to look over everything just to make sure everything is running optimal and doing what it's supposed to. You know, like checking to make sure there's no dirty coil or anything like that. So, thanks for watching, guys.